And there's a kid going by me in the ditch right now. Okay. Hopefully they don't have a wreck. It is waved. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Anyways, yeah, that got me all baffled. I don't know where they came from. Today we're heading somewhat, what is it? We clocked at 20 kilometers, I think, from the farm, trying to get some hay if it's still there. And maybe if we got time, we got the fire extinguisher here, you can see. Maybe if we got time, we'll show you some of these big wind turbines. We're right beside the wind turbines. It's we kind of found a little oasis here in the prairie when it comes to green grass. And up there the crops look fabulous. 20 kilometers from the farm. The wind, right by the wind turbines, the ditch hay, it was up to my chest, I think. So the road ditch cutter was going to cut it, and the county said you go ahead and take what you can get before they mow it. So we already cut it. That doesn't mean that the swath is still going to be there, and I can explain later. We've drove up here to do some ditch hay. You can see I kicked out my last bale right up there. I went across the road because there's a crop right there. Really dried nicely. We came up and chucked it last night. You guys tell me why it seems like they've got a pile of moisture right here. And it's really green. I'll tell you what, this country is different. Usually the hills out there, you do get more moisture, but they haven't. There's along the vein down here, it's drier than dry once you get over the hill. Comment below, let me know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of theories going on right there. And essentially it really doesn't matter. Just grateful that somebody got some rain, because then at least the whole country isn't in dying need, and at least we can come up here and kick some bales out and make some bales. Because we just made 2 bales here, which took a long time. We didn't go, probably 600 or 500 yards. And that's 2 bales for my herd is a day of feed. And then we supplement them with straw and green feed, which we don't have. But hey, we can get by. We'll have to call a few more cows this year. So everything's going really good so far this morning. We're all the way up here, and we made about a half a load of bales, so hopefully we can make that much on the way back, so we can come up with the hiker and take a load. You can see that the grass is right up to my belt buckle here. I almost should come back up and cut that, but I'm just grateful to get the top row. And you can see the road ditch guy got the gist of it. He came in here and he pulled out, but I thought, oh man, there's somebody who baled this or swathed this already. So I'd say we're still about 500 yards from it here. And you can see the guy. There's a guy there, all in orange. So I'm curious what they're doing. I'm gonna go talk to them. Tell you one thing, this crop is the most amazing canola crop in the country. Like, this is unbelievable. I don't even know how massive this turbine is. So there's the man door right there that we are looking at. I'm going to talk to this lady here. The camera does not justify this. For looking for dead birds and bats. She said she finds a few. That's her job. 30. She didn't say she gets quite $30 an hour. I didn't try to get it out of her, but whatever an hour to walk around and look for that. Yeah. And the bats. I guess the bats are the worst problem. It's killing lots of bats. And bats are essential, very essential, because the biggest killer to humans is not the grizzly bear, and it's not the rattlesnake. The rattlesnake's next closest, but it's actually, Brody knows all this, it's the mosquito. And what's the only predator, or the main predator, not the only one, for mosquitoes, are bats. I don't know what that's all about though. I can't see, honestly, I can't see how wind in this much wind, like it's like dead calm. Like honestly, I can't see how it could spin that fast. This is really bogus to me. Pickup and we were heading home, and I got a phone call from Renata that our old horse Dane wasn't doing so well. She was, and I get it, she was very desperate because the reality is dying. So I went as fast as I could with the tractor, which I think is 24 kilometers an hour. And by the time I got to where I started with the tractor, with the dirt bike, I went as fast as I could with the dirt bike, which is about 90 kilometers an hour. And I got there, and Grandpa, my dad, was there, and they had got old Dane up. He was coming out to actually help me haul these bales. And they got Dane up, and sorry, I've been actually quite emotional here for the last little bit, but he was pooping lots of blood. His whole face was kind of swollen up because he might have been down for quite a few hours. I saw him yesterday, I think in the morning, and then it's just kind of been go, go, go. And last night we come to check these swaths, and we went to Elkwater. So we didn't work with Ginger Snap, and we didn't work with the horses. Got home in the dark and went to bed. So I called the vet. The vet rushed out and did an ultrasound. Checked the horses, checked Dane's heart rate, and said this isn't good. It was at 75, and I guess 30 something is normal. So she knew right ultrasound and said, this doesn't look good. And then she actually sedated him and reached in to check, and there was a lot of blood. She said, this is awful. He has to go to Calgary for surgery if you want to try to keep him, and he probably won't even make that. And if he does make it, he's just going to be prone to, he'll probably come back. So she had already sedated him, and that's part of whatever. So I made the decision, and it was our decision for her to put him down. Now I got to go back and bury him after we done all of these bales. And the reality is that my dad, he gave me that horse. He gave both my brothers a horse and me a horse. And I buried the other two already the last couple of years, and I didn't think Daner, he was a lot younger than him, and he was in such good health. But you know, I said, Krista, my vet was so sorry. And I says, you know, Buck suffered, the first horse I had to bury, and he died in the storm. Dakota we put down, and she suffered. She got arthritis really bad. Dane had a bad day. He had a pretty good life, one bad day. We had to put him down today. You guys know anyways, I didn't think I could actually video it. I know it's just a horse. There's so much to that horse. He was like a whole dog. When I halter broke him, I had him, you could lead him anywhere. He'd go anywhere, he'd trust him. He was such a good old friend.
He's cooling off.
Well, you know if you will.